And I'm going to take you to this image or this page. And I've circled here, all media are extensions of some human faculty, psychic or physical. And what we have here on this page is the beginning of I think, Fiore's showing us with images what McLuhan means by this statement. All media are extensions of some human faculty, psychic or physical. Let me start with the pinky toe here. And you're probably like, why am I looking at the picture of a pinky toe? That's gross. And then the next two pages are close-ups of the next toes in our foot. And then the next page, we have the close-up of the big toe with its toenail. And the words up here, the wheel. And then here we have the continuation of that sentence, is an extension of the foot. So this should make you think probably of the Flintstones, if you've ever seen that. You know, Barney Rubble's car did not have any wheels, and he and Fred would motorize the car by using their feet to push it forward. So the wheel is a technology. It is a creation by humankind. It is something synthetic. It was not made organically by our bodies, but it takes the place of our foot. It gets us around. Instead of having to walk places, we can use wheels to go places much more quickly. So it changes the scale, pace, or pattern of our lives. When you jump in your car, you get on your bike, or you get on your scooter, you know that you can get where you're going more quickly. The scale of your life changes. If you have to walk from Aner to, the beach, you probably would never go to the beach. But if you live in Aner, or if you live in Conway, you can hop in your car and you can drive to the beach very, very quickly. So it changes the scale of our lives. So we're able to go places we couldn't other go. It changes the pattern of our lives because we're going to make time to drive to the beach and back, for example. And it also changes the pace of our lives because if we want to go to the beach, we can get there in, a half an hour as opposed to 2 or 3 days of walking. So this is a really good example for me of how the images helped to concretize McLuhan's text. If we go on to the next page, it says the book, and you have a picture here of 2 thumbs holding open the blank pages of a book. Is an extension of the eye. Now this one was a little bit harder for me to understand at first, but what I think he means here is that, when we're looking at a book, we're able to see places that aren't physically in front of us, right? So we're able to, say, if we're reading a book about French history of the 18th century, with our eye, when we're reading about the French history of the 18th century in a book, we're able to imagine places that we are not physically able to see. And so the book takes us places and makes us see places that we've never been, times that we've never been. We can imagine people that we've never met or things that we've never seen. So the book enables us to see things that we can't physically see in front of us, which is, again, really cool. And it changes the scale, pace, or pattern of our lives. I'm going to keep repeating that. And then finally, clothing is an extension of the skin. And we have here the image of a naked woman. And this should remind you where if we wake up and we don't have clothing in our house, we don't have any sort of fabric in our house, we probably would never leave our house. Because if we were in public, like this woman is right here, with all of our, secondary sexual characteristics on display for the whole world to see, we would probably be quite embarrassed. And so therefore we wouldn't leave our house. So again, each one of these extensions changes the scale, pace, or pattern of our lives. And these 3 images I've just shown you really brought that home to me. Now here we have an image that says electric circuitry is an extension of the central nervous system. And you have here an image of a central dot with arrows going out in several different directions. And the way I understand this image is that this central dot is ourselves, and that our nervous system is able to feel things that are happening inside of our bodies. But electricity, enables us to radiate out into the world and to connect with people, places, and things that are not necessarily near us. It changes everything about our lives. It changes what we're able to do, when we're able to do it, how fast we can do it, who we can do it with. And so this image, again, kind of drives that home for me about just how everything changes in all directions.